What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of SpeedSim. My name's Andre.
And I'm E-House.
And today we have a kind of a PSA topic. Recently we went to Hunters Creek Airsoft and we noticed some people don't tend to read the forecast ahead of time. And we're here to explain to you how to tailor your gear for the weather permitting. If it's 90 degrees out and you know there's going to be hills and ravines, don't wear full-on plate gear kits.
Yeah.
Overheating and dehydration is the worst on an airsoft field if you don't have hydration carrier or bottled water on you at all times.
Yeah. So, and that's the thing is we see, and we talked about this a little bit during the preparing for Woodland versus CQB games, but this is mostly outdoor again, but if it's going to be hot or if it's going to be cold, you really do need to dress appropriately. Because that's the other thing. It can be cold too, and we see people show up unprepared for cold weather.
That too.
So let's talk first about hot weather. As you can see right now, we're on
hot today.
Yeah, we're on lunch break at River City. Very hot and humid today. So I'm wearing just a combat shirt with no undershirt, and then my D3, and that's it. Because this allows me to get the most ventilation possible on my body, and I also have my assault pack with my hydro. I'm not wearing that right now, but this allows me to get a ton of ventilation. And combat shirts are an airsofter's best friend.
Yes.
For even like a temperate game, just because they allow you to breathe and they allow your sweat to evaporate off your body a little more. It doesn't trap your heat in as much.
Yep.
And that's why, and the other thing too is that when a breeze comes along, you can feel it more through your combat shirt, and the moisture that is wicked away from your body onto your combat shirt, then that becomes cooler as the wind comes through, and that helps cool you off too, because that's supposed to be sweat's job. So combat shirts, best friend for the heat.
Yep.
Ample water.
Yep.
Best friend. You should have at least 2 to 3 liters of water on your person at all times when you're playing on a hot day.
Even for my fellow SpeedSofter friends, if you're playing outdoors and you don't want to carry a hydro bladder with you in your backpack because you run your tank in there, just bring 3 or 4 bottles of water with you out into the field and just leave them there by spawn, depending on how your field is set up. That's what I do. I just bring a couple bottles of water or Gatorade, and I keep it in the safe area, and I just chug it every time I respawn, because when it's hot out, you need to drink.
Yep.
Very, very much.
Exactly. So you need to have constant access to water. You need to dress layered appropriately.
Yep.
You should have maybe 1 layer on if it's hot. Mm-hmm. So have like a combat shirt, then whatever your gear, and your pants. You don't need anything special unless you're like me and you need knee braces. But also streamline your stuff.
Yep.
You should really figure out how to carry everything you need and how to have everything you need without bulking out your kit and without weighing yourself down. Another good way to do this is like combat pants. So if you want to wear knee pads, which realistically, if you're me, you definitely do. So if you want to wear knee pads, get combat pants that let you have knee pads in your pants, so that way you're not constricting your legs and interrupting the airflow from your pants. Now, that's getting more very particular, but it's an example of how you can streamline and eliminate things, like wear a dye mask instead of a mesh and goggles and helmet, because that allows you to breathe a little better. You don't have so many straps on your head. You're not trapping a ton of heat in your head. Wear a ball cap instead of a helmet.
Even with a dye, wear a ball cap, you reverse it back, it'll be just as good.
That's what I do.
Yep.
So there's just all examples of just how you can streamline your stuff. So streamline your stuff, have plenty of water, and wear as little as possible when it's hot.
On the reverse side, in the wintertime, you want to wear minor layers. You don't want to completely overlay yourself with a long sleeve shirt, with a t-shirt, and then your combat shirt and a plate carrier, because then you're just overheating yourself.
Yep.
And when you overheat yourself, it's just as bad in the summertime. You don't want to do that as well. So best bet is wear a long, kind of an Under Armour shirt underneath, wear your combat shirt on top, and then you can wear your plate carrier, which is not going to be a big deal because it's going to be more like a vest and it'll trap the heat, so it'll be warmer. Same with the pants. Wear some long pants, like Under Armour, kind of long underwear underneath, and then your combat pants, and then do whatever else you need to do on a regular basis.
And don't ignore socks.
Yes.
In the heat, you can kind of get away with wearing just whatever's comfortable. In the winter, you need nice wool socks.
Yes.
I see so many people not wearing the right socks because, they're too bulky or they're too thick. No, they're not. They're perfect.
They're fine.
I recommend merino wool socks, smart wool socks, or ski socks.
That's what I wear.
Yeah, they're awesome for the wintertime. They're perfect.
Yep.
And they also help, keep your feet will be a little more dry because And wool works interesting. Wool can still retain a huge amount of your body heat even when it's wet. So wool is what I recommend. And honestly, I layer my socks. I'll wear a thinner layer of socks underneath a nice thick pair of wool socks. My feet are never cold.
Yep.
And then for gloves, you definitely want to wear gloves if you're playing in the snow.
Wintertime, getting hit in the finger in the cold is the worst.
That and just having your hands be cold. So what I do is I actually have glove liners, like that are these little glove liners that are, I think they're thin slit or something like that, and I wear those under my mechanics. So between those two pairs of gloves, my hands are still good in the cold. So again, it's layering. And that's what it is it's layering. You want to have your base layer, then maybe your uniform layer, and I will often wear a soft shell or some kind of outer layer. And the more layers you get, the more airspace you're creating, and that traps your body heat, which is what you want in the cold, even though it's not what you want in the hot. But in the cold, that's what you want. So I actually usually will wear a soft shell and then put my D3 over it. Or sometimes, if I'm feeling lazy and maybe it's a temperate day and I want to be able to ditch the jacket easily, I'll put the soft shell on over the D3. Because I just, whip it around like John Wick to get at everything.
And also, don't ignore bringing water. It's the same thing goes when you're in the warm. You need to have water at all times, especially when doing airsoft like this as a sport. You always need water, whether it be really hot or really cold. Always need a drink.
You always need to stay hydrated. Yeah. It's easy to let yourself get dehydrated when you're cold because you think, oh, I'm cold. I'm not feeling anything. Then all of a sudden you've got a dehydration headache and you're having muscle cramps and you're realizing, oh shit, actually I'm really dehydrated.
Yep.
So definitely still drink water. And maybe you don't need to at quite the same rate as when it's hot, but you still need to drink water.
Right.
But I think that's about it.
All right, guys, this has been a kind of more of a PSA because from what we see all the time, we just wanted to kind of put that out there just so you guys understand. Once again, my name is Andre.
And I'm E-House.
And thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.